Greetings, everyone. The two biggest prophetic fulfillments just ahead are a peace agreement between Palestinians and Israelis and the sixth trumpet war that will kill 1/3 of the entire human race. The Bible is not clear on which one of these will come first, but it looks like the peace agreement will most likely occur first. The prophecy of the coming peace agreement is found in Daniel 9:27, which says, "And he shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week, and in the midst of the week he shall cause the sacrifice and the oblation to cease, and for the overspreading of abominations he shall make it desolate, even until the consummation, and that determined shall be poured upon the desolate." Without going into an exhaustive theological discourse, let's briefly explain the prophecy. The he in verse 27 is the Antichrist. The covenant he will confirm is God's covenant with Abraham, described in Genesis 15:18. And it says, "In the same day the Lord made a covenant with Abram, saying, Unto thy seed have I given this land, from the river of Egypt unto the great river Euphrates." So the covenant is God's promise that the land of Israel will belong to the descendants of Abraham forever. The confirmation of the covenant will be when the Antichrist confirms that Israel has a right to live as a nation in the land that God promised Abraham. The passage says this confirming of the covenant will last for a week of years or a 7-year period. This prophesied peace agreement will contain 5 elements. Number 1, the area of Judea, which is also known modern-day West Bank, will be given to the Palestinians as their homeland. Number 2, the Jews living in their Palestinian homeland will be allowed to remain there, living as a Jewish minority in that new Palestinian homeland. Number 3, the Temple Mount will be placed under a sharing arrangement so that both Muslims and Jews will be allowed to worship there. And number 4, the Jews will be allowed to build their temple on the Temple Mount without disturbing the Dome of the Rock or the Al-Aqsa Mosque. And the 5th characteristic of the prophesied peace agreement would be that the issue of control over Jerusalem will remain unresolved. Consequently, its status is going to be put off until later. It appears from Scripture a 7-year period. Immediately after his election, President Donald Trump told the Wall Street Journal that his number 1 goal as president would be to negotiate a peace agreement between the Palestinians and the Israelis. He said it was the deal that seemed impossible, but that he would like to try to do it. By January 2019, Trump's peace plan was completed. He called it the deal of the century. Just before this, Israel's government had collapsed and new elections were scheduled for April 9th, 2019. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, he urged Trump to delay the unveiling of the peace agreement until after the elections. And of course, Trump consented. The Israeli elections ended in a virtual dead heat. Neither majority party was able to muster enough votes to establish a government. Netanyahu dissolved the government and set September 17th of 2019 as the date for new elections. Again, President Trump delayed the release of his peace plan. When the election returns came in, once again, neither majority party had the necessary votes to assemble a government. Currently, neither Benjamin Netanyahu nor Benny Gantz has been able to form a government, and new elections have been scheduled for March 2nd, 2020. Well, we do know eventually Israel will have a new government. However, we received news yesterday that President Trump has now invited Benjamin Netanyahu and the Blue and White Party, Benny Gantz, to the White House on January 28th, this is next Tuesday, to present to them the peace plan. He also said that he will reveal the plan before they arrive. This very well could be the peace plan prophesied in the Bible. When Palestinians and Israelis agree to accept the prophesied peace plan, the Bible states the final 7 years to the Battle of Armageddon and the second coming of Jesus Christ will have begun. Folks, there is a very good chance the final 7 years could begin in 2020. Thank you for partnering with us in the end time.